Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I'm going to give you a couple of stories in less than 10 minutes. I am very happy that we are back in some sea of green today. We lost a little bit of the overall market cap. We're sitting at 386 billion. We did actually hit 400 billion earlier. Now remember, this overall market cap is everything that's being traded on the exchanges, but does not reflect the OTC. So I I think that we are seeing a lot of deals being done on the OTC these days. I really do. And I think that as long as we keep marching forward towards that 1 trillion mark this year, I think everyone's going to be very happy. So if I come down here in the top 100, as you can see, most of it is green. There are a few that are struggling today, but the struggles are not too terribly severe. So it's a good thing. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at what's happening in Japan. Coincheck. Coincheck. So much Coincheck. This is the exchange that was hacked and it lost all its NEM. And they officially today delist Monero, Zcash, and Dash. And one more, which I was so surprised because I just didn't have any idea that they were going to include Augur. So crypto traders are being notified to withdraw their coins before the 18th of June. Coins that are existing even after 18th of June will be sold at the market price and converted to Japanese yen and credited to the customer. So the anonymity coins could be at great risk here in Japan because of the anti-money laundering efforts that the FSA is so strongly behind. The FSA is the financial service agency in Japan, and they are licensing all the exchanges that are operating. There are 16 operating under licenses right now. According to the article that I talked about yesterday, there are 100 other applications in. Unbelievable, right? 100. So Coincheck is recovering from the huge NEM hack they faced earlier, and they received a business improvement order from the Japanese Financial Service Agency, the FSA, in the month of March. So the FSA has given them permission to continue its operation. However, Coincheck will be constantly monitored by FSA. So I think they took a proactive measure. I am going to make a prediction, and that is all of the licensed exchanges in Japan will probably remove these 4 coins, and they will probably not list coins that have anonymity. But, that's almost actually impossible to say because there's going to be coins in the top 10 that are going to add anonymity um, to their protocol. I think I hear. So I mean, eventually it's going to be to the point where I think having a privacy coin option, having the coins that have a option of privacy, I think is going to be a wave of the future. So I don't know. I just don't see how they can completely regulate all the coins that provide anonymity because that is going to just be impossible. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm just guessing though that these 4 coins are going to be the first of the 4 that will have great difficulty trading here in Japan. All right, so yeah, it says here, however, the exchanges continue to support the trading coins of others like BTC, Ether, Ethereum Classic, Lisk, BCH, which is Bitcoin Cash, and XRP, which is Ripple. So, okay, let's move on. Tomorrow night, if you want to go to a Bitcoin Cash meetup, you can go to the Two Dogs Tap Room in Roppongi, which is a really great beer place. It has I'm an IPA gal, so I try to find, when I first came to Japan, I couldn't find an IPA. Now, finally, I can get IPAs even from Oregon, Washington State, and California. So I can get the West Coast style IPAs. And Actually, in the last 15 years, there's other countries that are making pretty darn good IPAs. I think Scotland is one that I just love, and that's what is that? Blue Dog. Yeah, that's a great IPA. But you can go to the Two Dogs Tap Room in Rapami tomorrow, and there will be, gosh, what is it? Some 50 attendees. There's actually a waiting list already. The Bitcoin Cash meetup group has 600 and some people that are members, and they're active. You know, Roger's been working the crowds here for a lot of years, and he's got a huge support of people who are true Bitcoin Cash uh, enthusiasts. So you can join them if you like, and I'm sure they're going to have a good time. And you know, this gal here, Tracy. Tracy is someone who I think if you search, she had a bar in Shibuya called the Pink Cow, and I think she was the first business in Tokyo to accept Bitcoin Cash. I think so. I have to double check on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if she's not the first. She is one of the first. All right, so I just wanted to show you my Stone IPA that they serve there. This is a pretty good darn IPA from San Diego. Yeah, I like it, and it's one of the beers they have on tap there. All right, so let's take a look. Here's a story that is a little bit bothersome, but we got to look at the difficult stories as well. It can't always be great news. If you put your head in the sand and you don't listen to the people who are talking against Bitcoin or are anti-Bitcoin, then there's no way you're going to prepare yourself to make that change that's required for people who are on the fence. You know, there's some people we're never going to be able to persuade, and that's okay. Just let them go. But when they have a big voice, and we have the financial news papers that are covering their stories, we owe it to Bitcoin to be able to uh, provide uh, an answer, or at least a intelligent comment to these kinds of stories. So this particular guy, this is Mark Mobius. I think he's 81. He is an old time financial guy, and he basically says that here's his, this is the basic um, point of the story. Mobius, the 81-year-old asset manager, added, I think Bitcoin is a real fraud, using Jamie Dimon's uh, same phrase. I really do, he says. The first thing I do is ask people, can you explain it to me? Who's running it? Who's controlling it? And nobody can. So he says that everybody he asks, nobody can give him the answer. When anybody asks me about Bitcoin, I say, sorry, I don't like to talk about religion in public. Well, you know, I'm not even going to spend any more of my breath to read the article. I will put it down in the comment section. I think, though, that I've read it, and I think you should read it. And I think that these stories are something we really need to know what the people who oppose Bitcoin are saying. So today, I wrote my 2-minute or less answer if I ever was able to get in front of Mr. Mark Mobius. This is exactly what I would tell him. Bitcoin is a simple version of electronic cash. You actually use electronic cash now. For example, when you do your online banking and pay your bills, right? That's a version of electronic cash. Or how about when you send money using PayPal? You're not using actual bills or coins, right? But you're making a payment. You can do the same thing with Bitcoin, but you don't use a bank. As you know, banks are connected to a country, and countries have their own currency. Every year, your money loses value due to inflation. In the US, your dollar today will be worth 90 cents in 5 years because of this inflation. And look at countries like Venezuela. They don't even count their money anymore. They have to weigh it because it takes piles of cash to pay for anything because it's lost so much value. Bitcoin is limited to 20 million coins, 21 million coins. And unlike governments that just keep printing and printing and printing the money, not backing it up to anything of value, they just tell you it's worth such and such. So when you leave it to the central government to manage your money, I think it's very risky. Do you remember how close we came to a total collapse of the entire banking system in 2009? Well, we very well could see that happen again. Let me tell you one more thing. The technology that was invented by the person or persons who wish to stay anonymous, he, she, or they call themselves Satoshi Nakamoto. This technology is more secure than any bank or government because it is decentralized. Every transaction gets a timestamp that links together in an ongoing chain that everybody can see. This is why you hear the word blockchain. The amazing technology is now being used by businesses, banks, and government because it drastically improves transparency, efficiency, and record keeping, just to name a few. If you own Bitcoin, nobody can take it away from you. It doesn't matter if you have bad credit. It doesn't matter if you live in a country that has huge problems. Rich, poor, young, old, woman, gay, straight, Catholic, Muslim. Doesn't matter. You don't have to trust or rely on anyone, only yourself. And you can send it to anyone in the world without asking for permission or help. Okay, that's what I would tell him. 2 minutes or less. If he doesn't understand that, then I really can't help him. All right, everybody. That's all I have for you today from Japan. Please take care and sayonara for now. Bye-bye.